Chicago is officially the Wild West, but instead of cowboys, we've got mayors with $30,000 hair and makeup budgets. Who knew public service was so glamorous? While most of us are choosing between groceries and rent, it looks like Chicago's Mayor Brian Johnson is prepping for his close-up on our dime. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because this budget drama is better than any soap opera on TV right now. We've got $330,000 for hairdos, $115,000 a month in food stamps, $5,000 cash to migrants. Hey, where's my cut? You ever feel like you're in the wrong movie? Like you signed up for a rom-com but ended up in a dystopian thriller where crime is rampant, public services are collapsing, and you can't get a decent hair appointment without bankrupting the city? That's Chicago, folks. Apparently, being a sanctuary city means rolling out the red carpet for new arrivals, while leaving the rest of us to trip over potholes. And what about those Venezuelan migrants? They're getting 6 months free rent, $15,000 in food stamps, and $5,000 on the side. Are they hosting a reality show we don't know about? Because these benefits sound like the grand prize. And can we talk about the schools for a minute? The classrooms are so packed that kids are practically sitting on each other's laps. Overcrowded is an understatement. Teachers are looking like they're one meltdown away from flipping over a desk and starting their own underground fight club. It's all fun and games until Timmy doesn't have room for his science project, and you end up with a volcano eruption in homeroom. But here's the kicker. Chicago's budget is in shambles. We're talking a nearly $1 billion deficit. Meanwhile, the city council can't stop throwing money at the migrant crisis like they're making it rain at a nightclub. But no worries, right? Because the state, the county, and the federal government are chipping in, or so they say. Someone call Sherlock Holmes because these numbers aren't adding up, and it smells fishy. How do you spend $400 million on migrants and still can't fix a single pothole? And let's not even start on the crime. Apparently, violent crime rates are just another one of those things we're sweeping under the rug while we focus on more important issues like whether the mayor's contouring is on point. Listen, if you're spending more on your appearance than on improving public safety, I'm starting to question your priorities. Can someone explain how Chicago's streets are less safe than a horror movie set, but the mayor's glow-up is flawless? What's really wild is the situation in the suburbs. Property taxes are skyrocketing faster than a rocket to Mars, and homeowners are begging for mercy. We've got veterans like John Tennyson, who went from paying zero taxes to a bill of $6,200. And the tax office has the nerve to say they don't have a record of his form? Really? It's like the city's playing hide and seek with people's livelihoods. Oops, we lost your paperwork. Pay up. This is how you drive people mad enough to show up at City Hall with pitchforks. Speaking of pitchforks, have you noticed how angry everyone is? The Black community, the aldermen, the lifelong Chicagoans, they're all sick and tired of being ignored. And don't blame them. It's like watching a house burn down, and instead of grabbing a hose, the city council hands out marshmallows for roasting. We've got a front row seat to the breakdown of a city, and no one seems to care. It's like watching a slow-motion car crash while the drivers are too busy arguing over who's going to fix the dent. Let's be real. Chicago's Black community has been continuously let down by the system. They've been asking for decades to get the resources they need to fix their neighborhoods, address crime, and deal with unemployment. But now, they're told to wait in line while billions are funneled to fix a national crisis in their backyard. It's like inviting guests to a party and telling your own family they can eat the scraps. But wait, it gets better. Mayor Johnson defends his hair and makeup splurge by saying it's supporting Black-owned businesses. Yeah, because when I think of crime, budget deficits, and broken public services, my first thought is, we really need to invest in more beauty salons. Meanwhile, Chicagoans are out here dodging bullets and potholes just trying to get to work. But don't worry, the mayor's eyebrows are on fleek. Chicago is literally falling apart while the administration acts like they're hosting a fashion show. Crime, sky high. Schools, overloaded. Hospitals, on the brink of collapse. Yet the mayor's team wants to convince us that spending thousands on personal grooming is an investment in the community. Excuse me, but unless that investment comes with a side of public safety and infrastructure repairs, I'm not buying it. And where do we go from here? Migrants keep coming, resources keep dwindling, and the city's turning into a battlefield. People who've lived in Chicago their whole lives are being pushed to the edge. They're angry, But hey, don't just take my word for it. What do you think? Are you seeing the same drama unfold in your city? Let's keep the conversation going. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a moment of this chaos. And hey, if you've got any suggestions for Mayor Johnson's next makeup purchase, I'm all ears.